It's time for the Savvy Realtor Podcast. I'm Walter Storholt alongside Angie Cole, the owner and broker in charge of A. Cole Realty, serving you throughout the Triangle, teaching you about the ins and outs when it comes to buying or selling a home. You can find the team online by going to acolerealty.com. That's A-C-O-L-E realty.com, or by calling 919-578-3128. That's 919-578-3128. And now it's time for one of the top realtors in the Triangle, Angie Cole, and the Savvy Realtor Podcast. Well, on today's show, I want to spend some time talking about some different headlines that we've seen throughout the, kind of real estate landscape and catch up on a few things and get Angie's opinion. Does this apply to us here in the Triangle? And did you see this, Angie? I saw this article recently about a 55-plus segment of the population. Those 55-plus consumers are getting special housing attention more and more these days. And it really was talking about the impact of baby boomers changing the housing industry. And one interesting stat was by the year 2035, older Americans will outnumber younger ones for the first time in history. And that to meet the demand of the boomers, 55-plus communities are in high demand. They're popping up everywhere. And it's even starting to impact the home designs in many cases and locations, obviously from mobility and accessibility standpoints and that sort of thing. Have you seen this trend in our area?
I have, yeah. There are a decent amount of the 55 plus, or like what we call active adult neighborhoods in our area, and they just seem to be popping all around. One of the most common ones is called the Webb. Webb is kind of a spinoff or sister company of Pulte. So Pulte, Syntax, Webb, also John Whelan. They've all kind of merged together. But the Webb product is the active adult neighborhood. So, they have one that they're still actively building in Durham. So right beside actually Briar Creek, right behind Briar Creek. There's one in Cary. There's also, I can't remember, but there's all different neighborhoods that are, really gearing towards this, restricted age. And you know what? This is the only type of neighborhood where they can restrict on age and not get in trouble. Did you know that?
Yeah, I was going to say, this doesn't sound legal.
Yeah. There's always those protected classes when it comes to real estate. But with the active adult neighborhoods, they are allowed to have a restriction. And some of them are 55 plus. I've even seen them down to like 52, 50. And there's other restrictions as far as like having grandkids stay over. They can't be more than 24 hours or a week or whatever it might be. So there are a lot of restrictions behind it. But it's also a great just neighborhood for those baby boomers, because there's other people like you. There's hundreds of other people like you. They have daily activities and many daily activities. Their amenities are just, spectacular. They're just out of this world with all that they do within the neighborhood. And there's something for everyone, So if you like to get out and about, there's just so much to do within your neighborhood, to meet other, neighbors, to be in the know, to, just keep active. And that's what it's all about. So yeah, that is very common in our area as well.
Yeah, it's just really interesting to see those changes and how our population affects and impacts those things. So I know it's going to be...
I would say, too, you've heard of the term halfbacks?
Yeah. Oh, no, halfbacks. Yeah. Not, in football, but not in...
Oh, okay. No, for like more of the the empty nesters. They go and they start off maybe in the north, and they move down to Florida because they think they want the warmer weather, right, to go and retire. But then they come halfway back to North Carolina. Oh, so okay. Halfbacks. Yeah. So we are seeing a lot of the baby boomers who are retiring in our area because great weather, wonderful, all four seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Just
a lot of universities in the area, which they tend to, a lot of, I think, seniors tend to enjoy the activities and cultural elements that universities will bring.
I agree. Mm-hmm. Close to the beaches, close to the mountains. So, yeah, it's a great place to retire. So there are a lot of these new neighborhoods that are really, gearing towards, that livelihood and that lifestyle.
I had not heard halfbacks before, so that's pretty cool. Very neat. Learned something new today, so that's always a bonus.
Go. Keep that in your back pocket.
That's right. There was another cool article, 10 features to sell your home faster. So this group did a study that showed that the following features help sell your home faster than if you didn't have them. And I'm just curious, is this accurate in our area? And also, just from talking to you, I feel like we've seen the contrary on some of these items, that they can actually be prohibitive or make it take longer to sell your home. Not all of them, but certainly some of them. Here's the list, Angie. I'll kind of just rattle them off, and then we can kind of pick through a couple of them.
Okay.
A chef's kitchen or a gourmet kitchen. I would think that's probably positive, right? That'd probably help you sell faster. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the number one thing. If you're spending money to update something, do it to your kitchen. So, yeah, having, to me, a chef's kitchen a lot of times is more of, it's the cooktop. So there's a built-in cooktop, the built-in stove and microwave. That's what a lot of builders then, do as the chef's kitchen. So it's just a little bit more upgraded, a little bit nicer. But, yeah, I mean, that's definitely going to help to get your home sold quicker.
Then there's a theater room. I feel like that would be neutral. Like, I don't see that detracting or speeding it up at all, really. It's just a room that you've kind of put some nice chairs in, I suppose, but maybe you can go all out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see that could, like you said, I don't think that would hurt a home sale. I don't think that there's many people who are like, oh, no, I definitely do not want a home theater. I think most people are like, oh, this is nice, but it's not a must either. So, yeah.
That's an interesting one. What about a home gym? And let's make it like a true home gym, like where you put in like the rubber flooring or, that kind of thing.
I don't know that. To me, that doesn't seem like it would help to sell a home quicker, because I think that's really personal preference. And if that's an activity you enjoy and you like working out, maybe that's important to you. I know personally, we have a room in our house that we've kind of designated as a little gym, but it's not to that extreme with like rubber floors and,
right.
the glass mirrors. But you know what? I can't tell you the last time I've even walked into that room. I don't do well working out from home. So, I mean, it's more of my husband over the years who has like collected, some workout equipment and kind of thrown it in there. But I think that depends on the person. So I don't think a home gym is one of those things that actually would help sell a home, because that's very specific to someone's wants and needs. And actually, if the home is set up that way, that it's really a true home gym, it could actually steer, I think, someone away because they wouldn't know how to utilize that room. And
I feel like there's on a lot of these, there's two sides to it. Yeah, you might attract an extra buyer that may sell it faster, but you're also going to turn away potential buyers, maybe, and that might sell it slower. So that seems to fall into that category, maybe. A 3-car garage is listed as one of the features that sells your home faster. I don't see a huge downside to that, right?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree that definitely could see that would sell your home quicker. That's become, not a must, but it's definitely become more of the norm, especially with certain price points and sizes of homes, that it's almost weird or awkward to have only a 2-car garage. So definitely a 3-car garage would help to sell a home quicker.
Yeah, it's a great point, too. Solar panels. What about solar electricity?
I don't see that would help sell a home quicker. I think that's something that, I mean, I know me, if I saw a home that had solar panels on it, I'd be like, oh, great. Like, I know, yeah, it would be saving energy and, your utility bills would be lower. But overall, I don't think that's a big upselling feature. So I don't know that someone would dislike it. Mm-hmm. Although, actually, I take that back. I personally don't like the look of them on roofs, and that's a personal preference. I don't think it's as appealing. I just don't care for it, and I understand there's a reasoning behind them. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, sister and brother-in-law, I know that was a big selling point for them when they were looking for a home. They ended up with one that didn't have solar panels, but they made sure that they bought a property that they could easily convert, that had the good amount of sunshine and direct light and all that kind of stuff to make use of them. So it was important to them, but that's just one anecdote. So I don't know how widespread that would be. Yeah,
I can't remember a time that one of our buyers said that they must have solar panels on their home. Okay. So I don't think that's
a
must.
And you're working with hundreds of people a year.
Yeah.
So that gives you a pretty good insight, I would say. Quartz countertops listed in here as a feature that sells your home faster. I guess it just depends on what you're comparing it to, right? Quartz versus coriander, probably maybe sells a little quicker.
Sure, yeah. Anytime you have like granite or quartz, more of the updated, style of countertops, solid surface, definitely that's going to sell a home much, much quicker. And, quartz is definitely more of the new thing. There's a lot of, cool and trendy, just colors, from the slates that are installed. So, yes, I think quartz countertops definitely could help to get a home sold quicker.
Exterior lighting is also on this list. Yeah, man, nice exterior lighting just really adds to the attractiveness of a home, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that it could help to get a home sold quicker. Is there really a dollar value on that? No, but when that just your word, the ambiance, right? Especially if you're driving by it late at night. I mean, it really just makes a home just pop. So yeah, I think exterior lighting can definitely help to get a home sold quicker.
Yep, really good point there too. What about tennis courts? This was on the list too. We got all.
Is that tennis courts for the home or in the neighborhood?
I mean, it didn't clarify, so I got to think neighborhood. Well, attack it from both. I mean, it's not even realistic to say in the home. There's so few homes.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen once in a blue moon a home's had a tennis court.
Let's say it's in.
That's not going to help to sell it quicker.
Let's say it's in the neighborhood.
Even in the neighborhood, I don't think. Now, pools, yes, okay? So, like a pool in the neighborhood, yes. But tennis courts, I don't know. I mean, yeah, people, a lot of times they enjoy playing tennis, but I think that's, again, it's 50-50, right? So I don't foresee that would help to sell a home quicker, personally.
In-ground pool is also on the list, but that's one that we've seen can take longer, right? Because it scares away so many families.
So, we were just kind of stuck between, okay, are we talking about at the actual home or are we talking about in the neighborhood? But an in-ground pool in the backyard, 50-50. I personally, I would not care to have an in-ground pool in my backyard. I'd rather have a neighborhood pool. I just don't care for the maintenance. I don't care for the upkeep of it. I'm one of those people, if I'm going to the pool, I actually enjoy to be around the neighbors. So I wouldn't care for a pool, where other people, that's super important to them. And, they either say, hey, the home must have a pool, or we must be able to install a pool. So that's 50-50. I would not say that necessarily is going to help get a home sold quicker at all. That's kind of a even kill.
Last thing on the list was a home office. Isn't it just another room, really? I mean, that can be customized to anything.
Yeah, I would say having that additional home office kind of / formal living area room is nice. I've seen some people turn those into more of a playroom downstairs when the kids are still little.
I just call it a bonus room. Having a bonus room seems to be.
Well, yeah, bonus room in general, yes. That's definitely going to sell a home quicker. Actually, if we have a 4-bedroom home and the 4th bedroom is a much larger, like it can be utilized as a bonus room, we actually recommend listing as a 3-bedroom with a bonus, because it's a lot more attractive versus when you do a search and all you find is a 4-bedroom home and they're 4 small bedrooms. So yes, having a bonus room is definitely going to help get a home sold quicker.
Interesting. Well, those are all little nuggets that this article says will sell your home faster. Don't know if you can take all of these at face value as we went through. It's going to depend a little bit on your situation, the area, kind of the clientele that you're trying to attract as well, because some of these things can detract your overall buyer pool, which could slow down the overall sale of your home. So keep that in mind. And some of these just didn't seem to have that big of an impact. Yeah, they're nice to have, but I guess the bottom line here, Angie, is it's not worth going and putting in a tennis court just to sell your home faster, right? There's other strategies that we can use to get the home to sell quickly.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, like I said, going back to kind of number one, the chef's kitchen, gourmet kitchen, and also Quartz countertops, kind of mixes in with that. Anytime that we can spend some money on our kitchen, that's going to definitely help you to get your home sold quicker. So if you are thinking about selling your home, these are a lot of factors to take into place. Do you have these items? Do you not? Is it important? Is it not? But if you are thinking about selling your home and you want to get an idea of what you can sell your home for in today's market, you can text the word listing to the phone number 555-888. So once again, you can text the word listing to the phone number 555-888. And from there, our team will send you back a text. Make sure that you click on the link and then input your address. And from there, we will give you an idea of what your home is worth in today's market. So once again, if you're thinking about selling your home and you want to get an idea of what you can sell your home for in today's market, just text the word listing to the phone number 555-888.
That's all you have to do, and it's a great tool that a lot of people utilize each week to find out that potential home value. Just text the word listing to the number 555-888. Again, text the word listing to the number 555-888. We'll text you right back with the link that you need to find out that information and get that estimate on your potential home value if you were to sell it in today's market. Great starting point for anybody thinking about selling their home now or in the future. Just text the word listing to the number 555-888. More coming up on today's show, so stick with us. This is The Savvy Realtor with Angie Cole.
It's time for the mailbag. We want to hear from you.
Ashley says, we're thinking of buying a home in the area, Angie, but the sellers were in there for less than a year. I realize they might be moving for a myriad of reasons, but is it a red flag to see someone flee a home so quickly?
Typically not. There's so many different reasons why someone could be making a quick move. Maybe they just found out they were pregnant even though they were planning on waiting a couple years, so they were in a townhome. They decided to get a larger home. Maybe they had a job reload. I see that happen a lot where someone's in a home for a very short period of time, but they have a wonderful career opportunity that's put in front of them, and so they pack things up and they move out of state or move out of the area. I can't even think of an instance where there was something wrong really like with the home as far as a reason to why someone would move quickly. So luckily I haven't run into that. So, most of the time it's just because of personal reasons that they have decided to sell quickly. So do not let that be something that scares you away in any way because once again, I would only assume it's personal. You do have the right, just to let you know, to ask. But as an agent representing the seller, they do not have to disclose unless the seller gives them permission, which typically they won't disclose because it could mess up their negotiation power. But you feel free to ask. But once again, I wouldn't, be concerned that that's like a red flag and a reason why you shouldn't consider that home, that you might like.
It's a really good thing to, I think, consider is, why is somebody moving after a year? Well, exactly, you hit the nail on the head in your question, right? There's a myriad of reasons why somebody could be moving. So just on its face isn't a red flag.
Yeah, a lot of times it could be even personal preference, right? Like maybe someone thought they wanted a really, really large yard and a lot of land. And after they got into the home, they realized, you know what, this is not for me. I'm spending most of my days and my free time maintaining the yard. I'd rather move to a home with a smaller lot. So once again, I think a lot of times it's just for personal, reasons or preferences why someone would make a move so quickly. Yeah,
that's a great thing. If it's going to be something like, we moved into a money pit and the roof is caving in and the foundation is sinking and cracked and, we're having flooding issues or, whatever the case may be, well, you're going to probably notice those things when you look at the home.
And, those are material facts too. So if there's a major issue like that, that should be disclosed. So once again, I haven't run into that, so I wouldn't be too concerned, Ashley.
You've been listening to the Savvy Realtor Podcast. I'm Walter Storholt alongside Angie Cole. She's the owner and broker in charge of A. Cole Realty here in the Triangle. And if you have questions for Angie, we invite you to go online to acolerealty.com. Listen to past podcast episodes on the website, read the blog, and all the great information, including the option to find a home right there on the website. That's acolerealty.com. And you can also call Angie with your questions, 919-578-3128.